Hi, everybody. Sorry, just a little bit late there. Got caught up in something. Hope everybody can hear me. Let me just check the mics are all working. I haven't done my usual pre-stream checks yet. Right, hope everybody's keeping well. What I've got for you tonight, I've got no trains running, but what I do have, if anybody's seen the post on Facebook, is I have a box of engines here, which I'm going to go through. These were purchased at an auction by Brian, if he's in the chat. I don't know if he's arrived in the chat yet. He got these at auction. I've seen him during the week. He said, here, take these. So he hasn't tested them or done anything with them. He's just wrapped them, put them in this box. So I'm going to have a look at them tonight. We'll go through each one, see if they're working, see what I got to do to service them. I haven't even bought the chat up yet, so, and I'm even a camera down. Just way behind at the moment. Sorry, guys.
Different economic groups, the blue chip investors.
There. Where are we? Right, sorry guys, I will be with you shortly. Let me just see who is in the chat. Right, see now the chat won't go back to the beginning, but I got Lindry Towns Trains and Model Linden, good evening. Dyer Locomotive Shed, good evening. Hot Dog Pilot Andy. Simon Model Railway Showcase, good evening Simon, how you doing? Moneybrook Junction, Summer Breeze Model Railway, John Penny, good evening. DELPH Junction Pete, good evening. Colin Wilkes, good evening. Who else we got in? Oh, Flymo's there. How you doing, Flymo? Digger's in as well. Hi, Digger. Smallwood Junction. Good evening, guys. The Train Freak. Good evening. How you doing, Jason? How's things with you? Joshua W. Fix Gaming is in. Good evening. Who else have we got in? Anybody else? I think I seen Elizabeth there earlier on in the chat. Oh, there she is. Yeah, Turco Railways. Elizabeth, how you doing? Tom Houston Motherwell. Good evening. Yeah, Maura King's in as well. Hi, Maura. How you doing? Irish Train Guy. Hi, how you doing? All right, let me get the other camera up and running. As I say, a little bit behind tonight. You know, it's one of those things. Everything's going swimmingly until it's not. Right, so there's a box of locos here. They're all steamers. There's one Class 43, but it's the dummy car. And there's this, actually, Jason, Train Freak. You will probably be able to tell me what that is. That looks like it's American. Transcontinental. It's got 7005 on it. I presume it's some sort of switcher, is it? But that was in the box. It is made by, well, actually no, it's made by Triang, made in England. Yeah. So anyway, I'll get a close-up camera going in a second so we can just have a look at all of them a bit closer. Anyone else pop in? Oh, Moreland Motor Railway, Andy, how you doing? Let me just, yours in, good evening. That is an Alco S1, S2, or S3. Hermitage Road, Pete, good evening, Hermitage Road. Seen your video earlier on, you've been on YouTube for a year, so anybody who's not subscribed to Hermitage Road, Pete, someone stick the link to his channel up, get over there. He's been going for a year on YouTube now. My phone is open up a Chrome to open. Get me juice ready. Old can of Dr. Pepper on the go. Right, okay. This is taking an age to open up. Right, let me just, which camera is that? That one there. I will make that one large. So you can see. Mute that, enter. This can be my roving camera. I'm usually not this disorganized, but just been one of those days where a lot of stuff has gone wrong. Oh, Brian's in the house. Oh, Clive's in the house as well, Newland Railway. Good evening, guys. Let's add that to the stage. Okay, right, there we go. Camera's all set up. I really hope everybody can hear me. I'm not just shouting into the void. Okay, so there we go. So there's that one there, which is obviously an American loco. It's trying one. You can tell there what sort of age it is. So I'm going to show you all individually, and then I'll take them out, look at them one by one, see if they're working. So we have A4 Guillemot in British Rail. This is a Bachmann, so it's loco driven. You just got the tender there, freewheeling. And we have, let's see, no, there doesn't seem to be a tender with that one. Not a matching tender anyway. So again, this is a Bachmann. No matching tender with it. They're all, some of them are a bit grubby, just need a good clean. I don't know whether they run or not. It'll be a case of putting them on the track a minute. You can see I got the track set up here with the old gauge master ready to go. And here we have a tank loco. Again, this is a Bachmann. And then we have the City of Nottingham. I'm pretty sure I have that one. I believe this came in, yeah, a 9mm train set, I think. I would have got this in the 90s, I think. So this is a Hornby one, it's tender driven. And then we got a couple of little tank engines. So these little pocket rockets. And British Rail Blue. This one is King George V. And we got a little saddle tank here. I'm assuming these are all Hornby. I can actually read what that says. So it looks like someone's filed it. Yeah, Hornby. Yeah, Hornby. And that's going to be Hornby as well. So three little Hornby shunters, 040s. And then we have, right now, which would be the tender for this? I think that's going to be the tender for it. Remy, I think that says. Yeah, let's get to that stage where I'm going to need glasses. REME. Steam engine. Again, this is a Bachmann. So it's not tender driven. So is Brian Madden in the chat? What you've got to, so I'll get these out and I'll count them. I'm not even sure how many are here. You've all got to put into the chat how much you think all of this cost. Here we have, this is a Hornby loco, so this is tender driven. Another little tank engine. We got 262. Again, this is a backman, so I'm hoping the back ones run. And of course, we got this. This is just a dummy car, no engine in that. Oh, Anthony's in the house. Hi, Anthony. How you doing? Again, hi to anybody who's lurking in the background and anybody who's watching on playback. Here we have another Hornby steam engine. Right, I need to move that camera, so move that up a little bit. There we go. Again, tender driven. And finally, a little shunter 08, which is actually 13012, so not actually a class 13, because the class 13 was made up of 2 of these, I believe. There was only 3 of them made up, I think. Jason Lee, good evening. There, Brian's in the chat. So these are Brian's locos. So I want you, we've got, what we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let me count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13 locos and the class 43 dummy car. Bought from an auction. I want you to put in the chat how much you think this cost at auction. And then Brian will let you know in a few minutes how much he paid for them. That's if he wants to. Maybe he doesn't want to let on. So I'm going to get rid of this box. I'll get a bit more room. I will get my rolling road. And we'll start off with, I think, some of the tank engines. So we got the back one. Right, so this is a Bachmann. It's a 262 tank engine. So let's move this around here so you can get a bit of a close-up. And that, if I wired that into, it's track 1. Right, so who thinks it's going to work? Let's see, thumbs up if it's going to work. And don't forget to give the stream a thumbs up as well, guys, while you're at it. £30 for 13 locos. Right, I'm going to apply the power. Oh, it stuttered. There we go. And that's working. I haven't done anything to these. I haven't tested them. I haven't cleaned them or anything. These are just straight as they came. And she runs. Right, let's take the other Bachmann. Are these the same? No. So these are both black tank engines, 262s, early British Rail crest on them. Nice looking locos. Let's put this one on and see what this one works. All right, second one. Do we think it's going to work? Most of these at work will be donated to the museum. Thank you, Brian. Of course, guess which one Brian wants to keep. Which is the whole reason probably why he bought them when he's seen that one. Right, let's apply some power and see if the other one works. Oh, it stuttered. There we go. That one's working too. So they're both working fine. 2 Bachmann tank engines. So those 2 are working. Right. What I'll do is after the stream and over the next couple of days is I will give them each one of them a proper running in. So this moment is just a test to see if they're working. Right, so those 2 are working. Let's do the little pocket rockets, get them out of the way. So we've got, first one up is the green one. Let's just give it power, see what happens. Working, no problem at all. Put that to one side. And this one, with some power. Oh, I heard it go. Yeah, I think that needs a bit of a clean. Yeah, so that's going. I think cleaning the wheels, that'll work perfectly. And then finally, this little saddle tank engine. I quite like this one. This is, it looks like the Smoky Joe. It's Lancaster and Yorkshire is on it. Oh. So that one's going to have to be taken apart. It's got nylon gears on it, I can see. It's obviously the engine, or the motor is spinning, but it's not engaging with the cogs on it. So we'll have to see. The wheels are turning without turning the motor, so that's going to require further investigation. So we'll put that to one side. And then we've got a Bachmann loco here. It doesn't appear to have a tender with it. Now let's see if this goes. Yeah, that one's going. You know, I didn't try with them. Let's see, they go in reverse. That's where you find out something's wrong with the coupling and it jumps up. Yeah, let's see. Andy's put a video up today. Someone put a link to it up, please. One of my mods, if you could, please. Right, we'll put that to one side. I think that needs a little bit of oil. Right, what's next? Right, I want to try and do the ones that are not tender driven because they're easier to do at the moment. So we have another Bachmann. Let's turn the power off. This does have a tender with it. Let's give that some power and see what happens. Ooh, nothing, not even a buzz. Nada. The wheels don't look grubby, but they're not that dirty that they would stop. So that one's going to go to one side for some further investigation. Right, let's get on. Oh, yeah, we got the other Bachmann, which is the one Brian would be interested in. Make sure that's turned off. Oh, nothing from that one either. 2 duds in a row. No, hang on a minute. I didn't have the thing switched on. There we go. Just needs a clean. There we are. Let's try that other one again. Oh dear. Right, so that's working. That needs a bit of a clean. Mark, I would get it running. Yeah. Don't forget to subscribe for other whoopsies like that. All right, let's try this one again. So, yeah, that one's working. Also needs a wheel clean. That one is running. Right, okay. So really all these need, one of them I think needs a bit of an oil, the rest of them need a clean and to be run in either direction 15 minutes. The saddle tank is missing a cog or something, so that's to be taken apart, make sure the engine is seated properly. All right, let's put the old, this looks like an old Hornby Triang. Shunter. I wouldn't be surprised if this doesn't go. Oh, I heard it trying to move. No, transformer is on this time. I would say with that, the old style, the magnet might be weakened. The commutator's probably dirty. So I'd say that will probably need a good service. So maybe we'll look at that one in a minute. All right. In younger days, if I bought something and it wouldn't run, I could guarantee it might go flying. Oh, is Elizabeth off? Take care, Elizabeth. Right, okay, what have we got left? We have, hang on. Right. We've got the, now I won't be surprised if these don't run because I have one of these and the old tender-driven Hornby locos can be a bit of a pain to get going. These are a good idea, these DCT concept rolling roads. They are fiddly to set up. Right, let's see, that's all set on there. Right, who thinks this one's going to go? Thumbs up or thumbs down? I'll have a drink while you're thinking about it. Oh, this Dr. Pepper is going down quickly. Oh, that was nice. Oh, we got thumbs down from Andy, thumbs up from Maura, thumbs down from Simon. Oh, evening New Model Railway. I don't think I said hello to you. Got thumbs up. So this would be from around the 90s because this came, I think it was in the mail train set because I actually got this train. So I got one of these sitting up in my cabinet. It's the city of Nottingham. It's a little bit grubby, a little bit of dirt on it, but nothing that a good dusting wouldn't take care of. Okay, always handy to have these. One of the benefits of having 4 daughters, plenty of makeup brushes to borrow. All right, let's give it some power and see what happens. It works. The motor's going. The wheels aren't spinning. We got that lovely Hornby squeal. And immediately you get that smell. Takes me back to my childhood. So obviously I need to take that apart and have a look at it. You may find that bits are missing out of it. I've seen that before. You take it out and none of the little plastic cogwheels or anything are there. Yes, it is screaming for Charlie, Particle Station. How are you doing, sir? Right, here we have a 462. What's the name on this? Tennyson. 732. Again, Hornby. Tender driven. There we go. Right, who reckons this one's going to go? Not a dicky bird out of it. So that's going to require some more investigation. It could be just the contacts are dirty or something like that, but we'll have a look at that one in a moment. So we've got a few here now to investigate. Well, we got the Duchess of Athol. This is a 462 Hornby tender driven. Right. Is this one going to go? Right. Oh, excuse me. Nope, not a dicky bird out of that one. No, and I haven't switched the transformer off. Right, so that's going to need some investigation. And finally, we have this. Right, who thinks this is going to go? Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure the power is on. No. Make sure the connections don't come out. No, it's still there. I'll put my So you can see the track is live. That light is coming on. So, you know, the power is on. See, turn it off, back on, nothing. So, needs a bit more investigation. Oh, Eunan's in. How you doing? Or Ewan, sorry. Right, okay, so let's have a look at this one first. So I'm just going to take the little trusty screwdriver. So this is tender driven, so obviously the motor's in here. It takes pickup from one of the wheels of here, transferred through that connection there, through that pin, and the other pickup's on these wheels. Right. Everything looks intact. So you can see on there, I'll bring it back here so you can see it. You have the pin there, there's the wire going up to there onto one brush. The chassis here acts as the conductor from these wheels onto the motor. So obviously that screw there goes in, is getting the power. And of course you've got the low capacitor on there, which is for suppression, which I don't think you need nowadays because not many people have CRT TVs anymore. Right, let's get the so I have my lead crocodile clips, so I'll clip that onto the rails. And then I have the other side here. And trying to see where I can put this so you guys can see. And what I'll do is I will just put them straight onto the terminals there. Nothing. Nada. So that should work, but it's not. There's a spark, so it is working. Not a thing. Right, okay. Let's switch that off. Let's do a little investigation. It turns. The only thing I can think of, but it doesn't look like it, but the brushes would be missing, which is a bit strange. Brian, stop trying to buy everything. Not even a hum from it, nothing. There's a CPR and a tender driven broken. Yeah, brushes, accommodator stuck or brushes. Well, it's turning, so I can turn it there. So the motor is turning. So could be the brushes are worn down. But looking at the wheels, there isn't that much wear on the wheels. So let's do that thing where you carefully take it off and the spring goes never to be seen again, no matter how careful you are. You can actually see what I'm doing. I'm just trying to carefully take this off because under there you have a spring. And in that you have a little carbon brush. No, that carbon brush looks like there's actually never been any wear on it. although the commutator does look a little bit dirty. So we'll take the other one out as well. And I'm holding it down so it doesn't spring off. And there's the spring stuck to that. Put that to one side. Let's see if the carbon brush comes out. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's much wear on that. So that's a bit of a perplexer. Now, there is a little bit of dirt on the commutator, so I'm going to give that a clean. Remember, use alcohol or something like that. You want the 99% proof stuff, so it evaporates and doesn't leave anything behind. You can see there's a little bit of dirt on there, but not much. All right, I'm just going to turn on this other light I've got here a minute. Oh, no, I just actually turned it off. It was on. No, it wasn't. So I can have a little bit more light on the situation. Now I just seem to have created more shadows. Yeah, we didn't get Brian to the 1K. My little short I done last week didn't work. Come on, Brian, you're the expert on all of these. What do you reckon's wrong with this? Oh, I actually passed 6,000 subs yesterday, so thank you to everybody who subscribed to me. Back in the days when I thought I wouldn't even get 100. Right, let's put this back together. This is, I hate doing, because something always goes. It does seem to be a little bit of oil. You know what they say with these, if you can see oil, there's too much. I'm just going to clean off. Let me know in the chat if you want me to move any of the cameras around, how you can see, because I'm trying to do this. But as always, when you're trying to do something like this, trying to get a camera in place without your hands being in the way Who would have thought? All those times as a child, I took things apart, and my parents had to go at me. I'd actually be doing it live. Yeah, I've done the usual thing. The little spring came out. It's now sitting at a funny angle. Yeah, thank you, Simon. Where jurors open for this type of stuff, otherwise the carpet monster gets it. Oh, it's Jennifer in the chat. What's Jennifer been saying? All right, now for brush number 2. Now, if this doesn't work, I don't know what to do. Then I'm just going to give that a bit of a clean as well. Capacitor's not in the right place, but that'll be enough now just to test it. Nope. Dead as a door now. It's trying to spin. Ah, there we go. I actually think putting pressure on where the brushes are, it might be that those brushes are actually worn, because I don't know how long they're meant to be for this, so it might be that they're, although they look fine, they might be just too short. Oh, there's that lovely electrical burning smell that you get. What I can do is if I clip that on there, and clip that on there. Now, why is it not running? Oh, you gotta love model railways, haven't you? Right, so that's not pressing enough. So I think maybe the brushes are actually worn around a bit short, because that is not pressing enough. Obviously, when I press it down, it works. I love that burning electric smell. The ozone smell, cleaning the air. Yeah, thank you, Pete. Yeah, 6,000 subs is an achievement. Like I said last week, when that young lad, Andrew, came up and asked for a selfie. And hi, Andrew, if you're watching. Much to my kids' surprise. So that I make these videos, I never actually think of anybody watching them. So I'm just keeping my finger on this a minute, just let it have a little bit of a run. So obviously that needs new springs or new brushes, and that will sort that out. Right, so let's put that back together, switch off the power there, so shorten the thing out. And let's put this back together. So let me just loosen that and put this the right way around. No. Well, I'm never going to find that. What's the spring gone? Well, I said it needed new springs anyway, so it's no great loss. Death new springs now. Yeah, torch. I don't have a torch because both my phones are one's being used for the chat and the other's being used as a camera. So I'll have a look later on. I doubt if I'm going to find that. Right, so I'll be on Peter's spares later on. Let me just go down on the floor and have a look. Yeah, everybody knows when you drop one of those springs, you're never, ever going to find it. Because they have a habit of when they go, they just go. We actually do need to vacuum this carpet. It's filthy. Anyway, I hope Brian's not watching. Okay, let's have a look at the Class 8 or Class 13 as it's marked up as. He said, how you doing, Howard? Yeah, pull them out a little bit, not chuck them around. Right, now, let's see. Usually these just pop off. They got a little tab at the front and at the back. Just finding out. Now, some of these, the newer ones, you have to take the coupling off, but it's all actually on this is all molded as one piece. Just trying to take them off without doing any damage. There we go. Ooh. Oh, that's got the little for the coupling. It's got the little lever in the cab. There we have the old style. Now, I would reckon that what's wrong with this is well, the brushes look fine. There's a bit of wear on them, but they're not worn down to the metal. Commutator looks relatively clean, but I would say the magnet on this is just there's a bit of magnetism with that. Right, let's put the connection straight onto this. Yeah, let's give it a little bit of power. Hold it up. Absolutely nothing. Oh, let's switch it on again. That'll probably help. Oh, there we go. It's working fine, so let's put that on the wheels. Yeah, it's working there. Yeah, right. Let's put it both on the wheels and just see. I tell you what, let's switch that off. Let's give the wheels a clean and put it on the rolling road and see if it runs. Oh, stand over Motor Railway. Mark, how are you doing? Hope you're keeping well. Do you have a remagnetizer, Brian? Because usually what I do is I've got a powerful magnet here, one of these that came out of a hard drive, and I take it off, use a compass to check where the poles are, line them up, and that usually remagnetizes it. What was I doing? Yes, I was going to clean the wheels, wasn't I? All right, let's get some more. Oh yeah, there's a lot of dirt coming off these wheels. It seems to be that some of these older models, although they can be a bit more robust, they do tend to pick up the dirt a lot more. It's probably just the different alloys they used back then. Maybe they weren't as pure as the ones nowadays. Oh yeah, there's a good layer of gunk on here. Oh, Andy Puffco, Lee Dobson. Good evening, Andy. How are you doing? I mean, you can just buy little magnets like the neodymium magnets, as Tom suggests there, and just put them on it. If they'll fit in under the case, and that'll do the job. Right, let's give the center wheels a clean as well. Oh, what is that on there? Oh, there's some gunk on there. It looks like dried up grease. Right. Let's put us on the rolling road. Hang on. It wants to go. Hang on. That was just a little. Where's the smoke coming from? Let's take that out of the way a minute. There's like a little whiff of smoke came from somewhere. It wants to go. You know, these old ones here, it takes a while to warm up. There we go. It's starting to. Yeah, I see somebody mentions toothpicks. I presume you're about between the gaps on the commentator to clean it out. And Brian just wants to keep playing with it. Okay, Brian. It's not that sort of channel. You make me feel guilty now because I have a few that need TLC. Keep it turning or the coils melt. Add lube. Are you talking to me or Brian there, Andy? One oiling pen. Get your mind out of the toilet. Just give it a flick if it stops. Now, Brian, really? The chat doesn't usually go downhill until Rob or Grace comes in. Now moving on to Fanta 11. Fanta Lemon. I was in Iceland the other day and they were doing crates of this for £7, so I grabbed one. It's quite a nice refreshing drink. Someone had to mention Blue Waffle, didn't they? It's sponsored by Fanta. Just threaten to oil it and away it goes. Yeah, steady. Don't flick it too hard there, Brian. Captain Static's advice. So what I like to do is oil it, let it run for a while, and then if you see oil there's too much, clean it off. That's a burner. You're saying it's all in the wrist. Well, Brian's who's thought about giving it a flick, so he's the one to ask. You missed a spot. Yeah, I know, but I can't really get to that while it's running. I need to get in at the back. I don't want to do that. Yeah, now, who knows how long it's been sitting around and not been running and had it clean. But like that's running really well now. Yeah, it will lube both ends when it's running. Yeah, sometimes they do have a little felt thing that you can soak in oil. So let's just take it off. So actually just turn it down. Take it off, and I will oil the other end. That back on. Put it on, see now if it catches fire. No, putting that at about 50% power now. I'll let it run like that for a few minutes while I investigate. So, now what was wrong with this one? Why wouldn't this one work? I can't remember. Oh my. This is looking very shiny. It looks like somebody's put a lot of oil over it. So I can see a load of oil in there. Oh, this is the one that it wasn't spinning because we can see there the cog. It's not sitting down. Over to Junction, good evening. How you doing? Anyone in WD-40? They say you shouldn't use WD-40 because that has stuff in there that can eat the plastic. 3-in-1, fine, but WD-40 because it's not, what is it, a drying agent as opposed to a lubricant or something, that it's got stuff in there that can eat plastic. Yeah, it has gone by quick tonight. Amazing when you're doing something. Right. Let me see if I can push that back down. These can be quite tricky to do. I'm trying to hold the commentator at the back. That's where you stab yourself with various implements. No. What I need to do is actually strip this down, put it on the workbench in a little vise and push it down a bit. What have I got? No, that won't do it. Yeah, it's going to be a stripped down vice job to try and push that back in, which I'm not going to do now. Blood and gore, please. Replace with a brass pinion. Yeah, that would probably be the best thing to do, actually. Let's get a brass one. So Tony's spares later on. I think this one wasn't running at all, was it? Okay. Put my screwdriver down. I can't find it. There it is over there. Oh, was this one? Oh, that's come off. Right. Let's get me. Lost one of the crocodile clips. Put this on the other track. Late night searches on Peter's Fairs next week. I bought this loco. Yeah, no, man. Right, let's give this some juice. And this was the screamer, wasn't it? That burning ozone smell. Anyone needs spares, please message me. I might have it. Bit noisy. The thing is, I'm looking at this and it is absolutely covered in oil. So the noise might be that there's too much oil on it. So I'm going to give it a clean up. Because I think somebody's been overzealous with the oil on this one. There's loads of oil and grease coming off everything. I can actually see like a little puddle of oil in there, which, I mean, somebody's oil, because I don't think it would have come from Hornby like that. And yeah, look at that. There's loads coming out. Yeah. Almost looks like earwax. Ugh. Need to realize that. Ask Brian for spares. Next week, I bought this from. No, I'm not buying anything because I need to work on this layout. Oh, the video should be out this week. I should get the editing finished on it tomorrow. It's about our show. Well, last weekend, the weekend before. So it's just a little look at that. All right, let's. Oops. That was all right. That was me. What I'll do is actually change direction on that now. Oh, doesn't like going the other way. There we go. Half power. You're making a run for it. I think this just might need running in for a little while. So let's put it on the track. So it needs the black one. Now let's see if this works. Yep. It's working away there. So obviously it's getting the power up through one side, and then the track is connected to the pin that side, so we're getting the power from this rail through the loco, through there, the pin on the tender, the motor, and back out through the wheels to this rail. So guys, don't forget to give me the thumbs up, subscribe if you're new here. If you've got any questions, pop them in the comments. I'm trying to keep an eye on it. So right, I think that's enough for running the 08 there. Let's put the cover back on that. Let's just check. Just excess oil that's around the place and just cleaning that off. Let's put that back together. I was worried about these things because the older plastic can be just a little bit more brittle. Right, that's there. That's working. Let's put that to one side. Right, let's look at this other little pocket rocket, see what the problem was with this one. And then we'll quick look at this to see, right, there's no screws in the bottom. So this must just pop off. Oh, that came off a lot easier than I thought. Oh, it's actually, that part of the frame is actually die cast to give it its weight. Oh, this looks like it's been chewed to buggery. Yeah, that's not engaging with that at all. I think the worm screw there is okay. But if you look at the cog there, it's really worn. So this is kept in place with a little spring. Yeah. It looks like somebody has actually tried to glue that motor in place. Where did that? Oh, that came out of there. Yeah, so somebody has obviously tried to work on this. They've tried to glue the motor in place. It just looks... Oh, and that cog is moving on the axle. So I would say when it spins, it gets shoved to the side as well and not spinning. So yeah, if anything, they should have glued the cog, not the motor. You can see that there. So obviously we've tried to glue the motor in place, but this cog is moving around on the axle. So as the motor comes on, it probably shoves it to the side and doesn't spin the wheels. So yeah, that's going to need a new cog, because you can just spin the cog around. It's loose on the axle. So I'm going to have to look and see. I've probably got an old 040 somewhere that I can take for parts. So that's something to look through my bin. In fact, it looks very much like a Percy chassis, so we can have a look at that. Andrew, Shortbread Express. Good evening, Andrew. How you doing? Right, so I've lost track of what I was doing now. We didn't look at this one yet, did we? Did we look at this one? Duchess Atoll, what the problem was with that? Because I've lost track of my system now, because I was moving them from there. Did I look at this one? I can't even remember now. Yeah, I did, because this is the one I lost the spring out of, wasn't it? Yeah, so I need a spring for that. Right, let's have a look at this. Oh, we're coming up to 10 to 9. Let's have a quick look at this one, and that should bring us up to what is holding that in there. It almost looks like it's screwed in the top somewhere, but I can't see. There's 2 screws there. When does that make the whole chassis pop out? Why would they put 2 screws there? Well, maybe they're not screws. Do you remember old Luke's 8 bottles with a film wrapped around it? What could you? That was the thing when I was younger. If you went to see anybody in hospital, they had a bottle of Lucasade and usually a bunch of grapes. Golden Trees just said the same thing I did. Like, this is actually filthy. Yeah, anybody know how to get the chassis out of these? I don't think that. Those screws look fairly rusty if they are screws. It's actually all white on the front as well, I think. Because I presume it's one of those with the chassis that the bogies hang off, and you take the chassis out of the cover. Ray Bernstein, I think I said hello to you. Welcome to the chat. Hope you're keeping well, sir. Yeah, they are screws, as I can see them going into the chassis. But they are. Oh, there's one of them. that over there so I don't lose it. Yeah, they are quite rusty, those skewers. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I was right. Oh, there we go. Old type of motor. That is actually corroded and rusty and just, yeah. And I'm trying to see how it's held in this end. So now that when I've run it a little while, let's reverse direction on it. It's not noisy now. Right, should be back. I was just asking the question. How much noise is in the background from their switches when I say signs off? I was like, all right, okay. Right, where was I with this? What the hell is that? Right, let's give that some power. Put it on the wheels. See what happens. Absolutely nothing, which I didn't think it would. And yes, the transformer is on. I believe I've done that twice. I really don't want to start stripping this one down now. Maybe I might leave this one for next week. I feel like I want to wash my hands with Dettol after handling this one because it just seems a bit ooky. What is that? Is that a resistor? At least it wasn't 10 minutes of no sound. Some say they might prefer that. Yeah, this is no triang. I've only seen a couple of these where the motor hangs and the motor is actually down in there. So I'm not going to start stripping it apart now. I will do that. Might save it to next week. So I think out of that, it's a good haul of locos. I don't know if Brian ever did put the price he paid for it in there, if he's even still there. But there's some decent locos in there that are working. The Bachmann ones obviously are really nice. They're heavily, a good weight to them, and they look nice and they're good detail. They've got sprung buffers on them. You know, everybody goes crazy for a sprung buffer apparently. The Hornby ones are the old tender-driven ones. They're working. They're meh. He did. Cost him 130. Yeah, there we go. Just bear in mind, guys, if you are going on to an auction to buy anything, just be aware of the other fees, like having to pay VAT, the percentage that gets added on, the final price, and then postage of getting the stuff posted to you if you can't pick it up. Just be very wary of it. There is a site, Live Auctions, I think it is. You go into that. If you put in model railways into that, it looks through all the different websites that have auctions on. So if you're lucky enough to come across, I think this is what Brian discovers, is finds a website that doesn't normally do toys and that sort of thing, models. They just have this bunch of model railway stuff, and sometimes you can get a bargain. Like, I think 130 quid for these locos, a tenner a loco. Most of them are working. I don't think it's that bad. Hi, Jerry. How you doing? Yeah, just in time for the end. Oh, Mark's off. Okay, take care, Mark. I'm going to be finishing up now shortly anyway, because we're just coming up to 9 o'clock. And I'm almost out of juice. It takes years of practice to get my timings this bad. Yeah, so I'm going to start saying good night now, guys. It was 9:01, so thanks for tuning in. Video should be out on, I'll try and get out to my channel members tomorrow on Saturday, be out about 5 o'clock. It's going to be just off our show that we done over the weekend. I have got a load of other videos. I'm hoping to do some now over the weekend. I've got to finish off the track over here. I've got the bits and pieces to do the points on this section. Yeah, I got loads of stuff I need to do, loads of content I need to film for you guys. It's just finding the time to do it. So don't forget to hit the thumbs up on your way out, subscribe if you're new here. And as always, guys, thanks for tuning in. It's a pleasure having you guys here. It's great to have this chat on Thursday evenings. Hopefully I'll be back next Thursday, 7:30. And don't forget, Andy, are you on Sunday, 1 o'clock? That's Hot Talk Pilot Andy. He does a live stream. We'll have Anthony Dodge doing his live stream tomorrow evening about 8 o'clock UK time. Who else? You got RGJ Trains. I don't know if they're on Saturday. Loads of people to live streams. You'll find us usually same bunch in there all the time. So take care, everyone. I'm going to hit the end stream now. And I will chat to you all next week. So take care, everyone. And I might see you out in some of the other streams. Bye, everyone.